Hello and welcome back to another F1 2010 race edit by Andrew Bortz here at Melbourne, and joining me today is none other than actual Andrew Bortz.
Hello everybody, this is Andrew Bortz, commentating on Melbourne.
Well, we seem to be having some technical problems because I cannot hear a word you're saying. What the heck?
You cannot?
Now I can.
Okay.
That was weird. Anyway, I am AgentMulder 5, as you know me on Twitter, joining Bortz again for another commentary. How have you been, man?
Oh, I've been pretty good, rolling out video after video. Here we are, just setting up my car, going through each individual piece, so you guys at home can try and test.
Yeah, I remember I tried copy one of your setups once. It ended with my car and a couple pieces in a wall. Yeah. Definitely different driving styles. Kind of eccentric alignment there.
We'll get these changes applied straight away.
Thank you, Rob. And so it looks like it's going to be a rainy race there, right?
In these unpredictable conditions,
yeah,
I'd take a set
wasn't
of
ideal
intermediates.
starting conditions. I would have much preferred to start on primes, but I have tried that in the past in this sort of weather. It does not end well.
I can imagine. Quite a spectacular start to the race, but doesn't bode well for your championship standings. So we got the intermediate tire is looking like a little bit of light rain. Doesn't seem too heavy right now. Almost looks like Silverstone, which if you have not seen the Silverstone Grand Prix, just fair warning, we might spoil some results for you. So turn off this video
The
and
team were
watch it.
expecting something special after your points finish last race. Don't
It's
disappoint them,
I'm
mate.
leading from Hamilton, Massa, Button. We then have Alonso and Vettel. I get a pretty good start off the line for after HRT, and immediately get overtaken by three cars.
Yeah, they're probably saying, what the hell are you doing there? But it is indeed go, go, go. Everything seems to get away cleanly. Yellow flag thrown up. I'm assuming somebody probably went in the grass there for a while. As now it's Bortz and Alonso from Max and Vettel. And we got an HRT holding off two Ferraris.
Yeah, Hamilton seemed to make a mistake in that last corner. Getting overtaken by Massa and Vettel. It's a huge loss starting from second for him.
Yeah, I think he tried to pass somebody there.
Yeah, possibly.
And ended up running right into him. But to be fair, he had a pretty decent race here at Silverstone. But yeah, seems like you got a bit of a gap. Two Ferraris are sticking right on your rear, but the gap with Vettel is opening up. Quite a nice change of pace. If only that could be real F1. That'd be so lovely to see. Oh, and we have a massive sideways moment there. Almost losing control, regaining it. And Alonso gets by. Will Massa get by? Yes, he will. So now it's Alonso from Massa from Bortz, who's looking on the outside. Almost.
In first place.
Yeah, not one of my most brilliant takes of, well, I think it's turn 11 and 12. Completely stuck it up, got onto the AstroTurf. Heavy fuel, wet conditions, it just doesn't like my setup when that happens.
No,
When you try the overtake, watch for any counter.
But, as you can see, going up right up. Hey there, Massa. Seems to be at the receiving any of your abuse this race. Like, is that going to be telling things to come?
I'd rather not spoil the surprise on that.
Oh, there was a surprise.
Maybe.
Indeed. Well, looks like I'm trying to get past Massa. Not quite though. As Fernando's opening up a great lead as spoiler alert, he did at Silverstone. But yeah, now you seem to be becoming your own little chewy train behind you. As the Ferraris are starting to take off.
Yeah. It was a nightmare trying to keep up with Massa in this opening stint, and Vettel never really seems to challenge me, but he gets close a couple of times. But through these two turns, just absolutely fly compared to the AI. yeah, taking on the inside. I can't remember whether I make it stick or not. Oh, I do.
You've moved up to second place. Push for the win.
Yeah, you make it stick for now. Yeah, that. And the microphone decides it wants to malfunction on me yet again. This could be very interesting commentary indeed, but yeah, no, that Chicane complex, it seems like unmodded AI, they like to just slow right down like you breathe right on past. It's actually quite dangerous. I've put my car in many rival in that because I just don't expect it to slow up that much.
Yeah, it's something that I definitely learned in season 1 of where they're particularly slow and taking full advantage of those situations these days, being in the slower car and with not the most ideal setup for cornering. Yeah, it's definitely an awkward balance.
Yes, and as if it wanted to make things even more awkward, it looks like it's not even really raining that hard, so we might have to get off these
Tires and brakes are in the optimal temperature
do
zone.
tend to last a bit more than the Pirellis this year. Time will tell what F1 2011 will be like in this kind of situation, but it looks like the track's drying out quite nicely. And closing the gap to Alonso, Mass is pulling back a little and collecting Vettel, and Bortz behind Vettel with him.
Yeah, I think it's Hamilton behind Vettel, and he's one to watch out for later in the race.
Yeah, I'd be watching if Hamilton was on my rear too. I'd be watching out and, you know, praying.
Yeah, panicking
quite a lot.
like.
Bit of both.
I'd certainly panicking if I found Hamilton behind me, even if it was just on the normal road.
Yeah, if I look at my boots and every single Lewis Hamilton, I will ask for his autograph and immediately move out of the way. Not want to have to bring in an insurance claim on my car. A little bit out of shape in that car, but nicely held, nothing too fancy.
We're going to stick with the intermediates for the
Yeah,
moment.
and
There doesn't appear to be any
Alonso's
change in the weather.
yeah, really just streaking away. Well, I say streaking, he's edging away. Nothing I can really do about it. I'm not particularly struggling on the inthis, but it's a fair challenge. Say slower again, 6 tenths, probably due to that little off moment at the start of the lap. Just keep falling.
And that seems to be one of the eccentricities of the AI. They'll get within like a 5-second gap of you, and then they'll start slowing down and you'll catch them. But in that 5 seconds, you're really going to have to get a run on him. You can make up some time in this complex, maybe, but Alonso just seems too quick, and now Massa seems to be closing the gap behind. So it could turn into an interesting race.
Yeah, lap 4, and I'm already thinking at this point that how long are these inthis going to last? I sort of know when
The track
to
seems
come
to be
with
drying out.
dry
Look
tyres,
for the drying line.
but I certainly wasn't going to risk coming in before Alonso does, just to be sure. Another little off moment coming onto the straight, but keep the power down and hoping for it sticks is another one of my little techniques.
It's a very Kobayashi-esque technique. Just put the foot down and hope it sticks, even when you're in the pit lane. As had a bit of a moment today at Silverstone where he just I think his car hit the anti-stall or something and he got a slow takeaway, and someone else was coming up. I think it was Williams was coming up behind him, and he could have just stopped, but Kobayashi had go-go. He decided he wanted to get out of the pits and ended up almost taking out a Force India crewman, but we jumped ahead to lap 11. Nothing really has changed. Alonso, Bortz, Hamilton, or Mass to Vettel even. Gap seems to be there, and Alonso goes in.
Yeah, he's gone in, and I'm thinking, has his tyres just run out a bit too much? Has he gone back onto inthis, or has he taken the hard or the soft tyre? And only time will tell on that.
You see a brief flash there, Senna up in 13th, so somebody had a moment somewhere, or pit stop was starting up behind you. As this is really an interesting situation. It is a bit wet there for slick, but at the same time, entries are going to start burning up really quickly as we skip to lap 13. Is this going to be your in lap?
I believe so. I haven't watched it all through yet. There it is. I just hit the button there. Just before the clip actually cut to that, I did a wiggle on sector 1 to see how much grip was really there, and that was already my decision made up back at the start of the lap. And of course Alonso was already right behind me, so I had to come in and attempt the hard tyre.
Brake for the pit box.
Yeah.
Setting up for a long stint here. It does seem to have spread out quite nicely. But as you see, Alonso, Mr. Eyebrows, is already flying ahead of you.
Now.
And the lollipop is seconds. God knows what reason.
Limits are off.
Are you going to hold third? No. Massa gets by. So it's now Alonso, Massa, Bortz, Hamilton. And get some work to do. You got to catch the 2 Ferraris.
Yeah. That was a real annoying moment of, right, has Massa done the same as Alonso? Has he come in also and pitted for the hard tyre and caught up what lead I had put out on him, or has he just stayed out on his inthis? And I think he's stayed out because we're 6 laps down the road now and I'm no closer to it whatsoever.
Yeah, the only thing I noticed with the AI on the inthis is when one tends to come in, they all come in. It's just a mad dash for the pits. We skip ahead another couple laps and we're gaining on Massa. So something's turning in your favor because you have closed this gap. But Alonso's actually not even that far ahead of Massa. He hasn't closed as much of a gap as I thought he would.
Yeah, Massa and me were basically holding station time-wise. And we were just bringing Alonso in at something like a second a lap, which was scary, to say the least. I was really hoping that these two would come into some sort of a battle at the front.
Yeah, the only thing that's ruining this now is more rain, because it seems like your car is much quicker with the dry setup. Gaining on Massa. Hamilton is nowhere to be seen. Gonna try and now. Thought you were a bit closer, but no way you could pull a move there. And actually, Hamilton makes an idiot out of it because he is somewhere to be seen. He's catching you with a line break. As you take Massa on the outside, done and dusted. Probably one of the easiest passes I've ever seen.
Yeah, they tend to slow down in that.
You're doing great.
Me being me, take full advantage of that.
No problems there, as now it's just a matter of catching up for the next 4 or 5 seconds to get Alonso. Massa's still not going to let go without a fight though, although I assume after Kane he's just going to give up like all the AI does. Alonso's catching traffic now, probably hit back marker, probably your teammate, because, well, let's face it, it sounds useless.
Yeah, it's definitely not my teammate, because the dog would have been orange, but definitely one of the slower cars, and he's
You're not racing the car ahead, you should move over and let you straight past.
So, Degrassi in the
Take this guy. Come on.
Blowing up Alonso for you, which is, I guess, a good thing. But
yeah, it doesn't cause me any problems, thankfully. And cut ahead there, a few more laps, and catching Alonso. He's second behind now, catching a Lotus. I believe this was Kovalainen, although I may be wrong.
Some traffic on track ahead. Stay alert.
Oh, it's truly
My mistake.
But now, you mentioned Kovalainen, poor Kovalainen at the Silverstone. I mean, he gets into Q2, he puts in a solid effort, he's getting around the track for a couple laps, and he has 4 gears completely seized and his gearbox dies. I mean, what a way to end your weekend. I mean, I can only imagine you guys going through this. Just the feeling of knowing what could have been, that Lotus is becoming a really strong contender to break out of the back markers into the mission and then have it all go terribly wrong. As you see, you catch Alonso. Oh, there. I was calling Felipe. Wow.
Yes, this is Mr. Eyebrows.
Currently, we're 9 places above where we predicted.
Yeah,
Great work.
Fernando,
Keep this
Felipe.
going.
In this race, it's all the same. You're blitzing past him as you catch another back marker. This time it is your teammate. I can't tell colors. White or orange. Mr. Senna in 22nd. Bye-bye.
Yeah, doing better than his usual 24th. At this point in the race, I was really, I was on the edge every single lap, just trying to catch Alonso. And then once I got past him, I was still on the edge, but I was surprisingly able to pull a decent lead on him. Yeah, it was surprisingly easy once I got past him, but it could be a bit different later down the road as we cut to that 38, catching another back marker, 39 even now. That would be
The car ahead is nearly a lap
whoever
down.
DeGrasse's
He should
teammate
move
is, I
over and let
cannot
you
remember.
pass.
Glock.
Be good old
Me
team.
and- yeah. Team O'Glock, yes, from Top Gear. If anyone watched that.
Yes. Watching, yeah, well, I won't spoil it, but yeah, Vettel was on, and he did a time, and yes.
Alonso
We won't
is the fastest
spoil
man on
the
the track
results
at
of
the
that,
moment.
but yes. 35 laps on the edge of insanity, trying to chase down the Ferraris, but now you're on the edge of glory. As the skies are clear, you were in first, and Alonso is nowhere to be seen. As you just catch all the back markers now, left and right, in an HRT. What a strange sight that must be.
Yeah, DeGrasse being lapped, I think that was for the second time. I can't see him
You're 5 seconds
being
ahead
able
of the
to
next car.
repass me on any point. Alonso was actually just behind DeGrasse at this point, but still, just keep that 5-second gap. I wasn't really pulling away, really struggling. Now you see I've just changed to an option and decided I'm coming in because I can't afford a mistake. Still 15 laps, and tyres are starting to go off. I could probably hold it, but I'll come in just to make sure, and I know I'll be fast. Yeah, I'll drop behind Alonso for sure. I should have a way better pace than him to more than catch him in good time.
An interesting thing to see since we
Over the
started
line and
on
put
the
the limiter on.
intermediate tires. You don't need to get both
Brakes on
compounds,
for the
but
box.
you decide to come in, get some fresh tires. What would be interesting to see though is if the AI decides they want to come in too towards the end. I can imagine, depending on who's on what tire, the prime runners may think about coming in to the CM. Option runners,
Don't forget to turn the
depending when
limiter
they came
on.
in, will definitely have come for a second stop. So we could see a very
Alonso's
interesting
the race leader.
final field shape up.
Yeah, Hamilton, making my heart jump as I come out of the pits there into turn 1. I was not wanting him to pass me at all. I didn't expect to have Massa pass me through the pit stops, let alone Hamilton be on my arse.
It's rather scary, but unlike the real Hamilton, this Hamilton knows where the brake pedal is. We jumped to lap 44, running down Massa.
You're about to lap the next
Instead of
car.
back
Make
marker,
yourself
I
big in
can't
his
tell.
mirrors and he should let
This
you
is
pass.
a back marker. DeGrasse again.
Again. He must have had some damage or something, or he might be on the prime tires, or God knows what he could still be on interest. As Massa seems to be getting ever closer to you, Alonso is I don't know where. As my screen has just gone black.
My screen's just gone black too.
Well, this is awkward.
Okay.
So that's the end of this commentary.
Oh,
There we go.
I'm not sure what happened there. Obviously my computer does not like rendering full videos or full highlights of videos.
Well, if you remember, I did a commentary sync with Steve, and we all know how good his editing is.
You've Got
we're
him.
on
Get
lap
onto the
30,
back of
then
his
we're
car
on
and
lap
pass him
15,
on the
then we're
straight.
on lap 2, then we're on lap 30 again. Oh, I don't know if that guy had a stroke or something, but I'm just kidding. Love you, Steve. As we ride on map and naked on the side of the 6, and what the hell?
Yeah, I think he caught the grass there, doing all sorts of twitchy moves. Yeah, something I've never seen there. I've never overtaken anyone there before, so I certainly wasn't expecting to then.
You get to run out of the corner, and he just decided, yeah, I'm going to give up, kind of like he did in Catalonia. After he did a little trip in the gravel, just got out of the car and said, screw it, as now we are catching Alonso. And I'm going to assume you're going to make a move in the chicane when they decide to slow to 50 miles an hour.
Oh, I won't spoil it for anyone.
Oh, that. The car right up the gearbox. Let's see, is it going to be in the chicane? Not in that corner, maybe in this one. And yes, there we go. As an HRT out to start.
Nice move. You're up, please.
And Alonso trying to come back at me, giving him just enough room to edging out ahead, and there is the move all done and dusted. Way quicker pace now. I'm expecting to just romp away with this.
I still, no matter how many times I've watched your videos, I see HRTs outperforming all these cars. Lap 51, you're hugging all the apexes like they're all your favorite grannies. How you have
It's starting to rain.
I don't
It's just
know,
light at the
but
moment, but if it worsens, we
pretend.
need to switch to inthis or wets.
Yeah, well, the main reason my speed is just having that 1-1 wing setup. I just need it. I haven't watched all of Steve's videos, and so I can't say what wing settings he uses, but he pretty much gets the job done. My style is I like to keep people behind me on the straights and just worry about the corners when I get there.
Yeah, I know Steve definitely does not use 1-1. Maybe on Monza, maybe on Silverstone.
Coming up on a group of slow
Most
moving
of them, then
cars.
again,
Just
he's in
force your way
Lotus
through
with the
them.
AI mods on too, so he needs to actually, he has to worry about a lot more action around him. But, as we see a little bit of rain coming down, really like, could this play a role? Could it really start pouring down? Will we need to switch to inthis? We'll have to find out as Senna's about to be left yet again. Back in 23rd, that's better, Senna. Get back to first place.
Careful, but don't take out your teammate.
Crap.
Yeah, not my finest moment. Completely missed the braking point. Concentrating far too much on getting around centre in well, one move around the outside, which was just not going to happen. Yeah, not my finest moment. That's two of them.
You tried to pull Ayrton on Bruno. Didn't end up working. But we'll just say that you're going into the gravel and get some grip on your tires because of the rain. That way, but we'll pretend it does for the sake of your dignity. As Alonso close back up to you now, but knowing the chicane, watching it. Yep, there we go. There's that gap. Now Senna's preparing to get himself lapped again. Will you outbrake yourself? Nope. Clean pass, clean around. Here we go.
Yeah, that's one of my favourite corners of this track is the fourth gear right-hander. Once you hit the apex, floor it and make the rear end step out
You're
just
not
a little,
racing the
just
car
to get
ahead.
the
You
extra
should
turn
move
in,
over and let you straight past.
into fifth, down for second for the next left-hander. It's brilliant set of corners.
Now we left Truly yet again. Getting a familiar face. Oh, he's actually in a bit of a fight there, but never mind. As the rain seems to stop, we're back to clear skies. No worries, but Inter's left 54. Alonso still not out of it. One more mistake thinking he could claw his way back. As I say that, we could have had another lap, and he's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, and rain starts again. Pretty sure at this point that it won't affect my race. Although on lap 52, when it started raining earlier, I was a little worried because on average it takes about 8 laps for your tyres to not grip in the rain. So with 8 or 9 laps to go, the rain starting early was not a good sign of what was to come. Thankfully it stopped, and now it's started again. It's not really going to be a problem, I don't think.
And that would be worrying because, as many of you know, once you hit just that one little point, there's no gradual drop off the grip. It is a cliff. It's much like the Pirellis in that. You get rain, you'll suddenly go from being able to grip perfectly fine and slicks to not having any grip as we go by Kobayashi on the outside. But yeah, they put you right at the end of the race, having it right up next to that cliff. So Alonso could have come back, but it doesn't seem like he's going to now. We just keep lapping back at first.
Oh god, my screen's gone black again.
That's fine. I don't know. What would be the grammatical correctness of that horrible sentence? We will be treated to a nice black screen.
Yes, and a nice sip of tea.
You hear that lovely V8 engine downshifting, accelerating, doing things. Hey, video! As we're now on lap 57 of 58 in this Australian Grand Prix. Bortz from Alonso from Hamilton. I don't know quite who's on your rear, if that's still back in Marco, but he's actually sticking to you. Is that Alonso, I wonder?
No, I think it was Trulli, but I'm not too sure.
Oh, again. Wow.
Yeah,
Trulli.
Maybe it was Kovalainen, but either I made a mistake and he'd come back, but I don't remember making any mistakes. not after that big one, the gravel.
At the last lap of Grand Prix, 3 cars ahead, all waiting to be lapped, all waiting to block the progress of Andrew Bortz. Alonso is still nowhere to be seen. He has disappeared. As now we're catching what I think is a Force India.
Yeah, Mr. Lewitzi. Done and dusted pretty easily.
If you slice and dice your way past him, landing, lock, boom, boom. A bit on the outside there, but nicely collected. Not very much no loss at all. And now, it's actually raining quite a bit there. This race would have gone on for a few more laps. It could have gotten quite interesting.
Yeah, well, thankfully I'm already on 100% race distance, so it could never have gone any further. So yeah, overcooked it a little when overtaking them too. I really didn't want to get tangled up in them once I was in between them.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want to get tangled up with Super Lucy either. Yep. But there we go. As you get a nice little warning from the stewards. Surprisingly, they get like a 20 bajillion second penalty like they have been giving out this year, but that's another matter for another day. First place for Andrew Bortz, second place for Fernando Alonso, third Felipe Massa, and fourth Hamilton.
That's the double, Paul in the win! Ho ho, you legend!
As Rob has a crisis.
Again.
Oh, Mark Webber had a very poor showing there, 14th place. As, oh, there you go. That little rain stopping, starting, stopping has quite mixed up the field.
You're still first in the Drivers' Championship.
I still can't get over that HRT first place. From Ferrari, from McLaren to Mercedes.
It's the first time I've ever led the constructors in the HRT.
Funny because it's you and only you.
Yeah.
Because your teammate is utterly useless. But so yep, so there is Melbourne done. There you can see Two Faces probably thinking, what the hell just happened? We got beaten by a Hispania. As Holly asks us some very, very
With
pointed
the new point
questions.
scoring system this year, you collect 25 points for the win, 7 more than
Yeah,
second
not
place,
very
and
challenging
10 more
questions.
than
It's
third. So now more than ever, the win
Oh,
is so important.
I
Is
tend
this a
to
view you share?
say the obvious, but sometimes I mix it up.
The weather seemed intent on spoiling
It's always
the
good to
party
just
today,
mix it
but
up in an
certainly
interview.
didn't spoil your race. Taking the win in such challenging
Yeah,
a little more
conditions must
interesting.
be hugely
Get
satisfying.
other teams thinking maybe I really do want to join them, and then decline every offer that comes in.
You've got to feel good about beating
Well, you
both
never know, you might get
Ferraris
an
today.
Alonso-sized
Preventing
contract
them
of
from
like
dominating
$20
the race
billion a
cannot have
year.
been easy.
Did I feel good about beating both Ferraris? Well, I was
I
tempted.
don't know.
I was tempted on saying it was easy, but I was really on the edge
Hey,
every
Andy,
lap
that was
until
fantastic
5 laps
driving
towards
last
the end.
race.
And
Congratulations.
so thank you for joining us on this video. Shall see you next time at Kuala Lumpur.